What is going on, guys? This could be one of the cheapest dual motor e-bikes you can get on the market in the UK. This thing is priced very reasonably. I'll go over the price in a little bit in a video, but this thing is an absolute tank. You've got two 750 watt motors front and back, and it comes into the country fully locked to 15 miles an hour. So if you want, you can ride this thing completely legally, and it just accelerates like, yeah, it's really nippy. I've had a quick go of it already. The frame on it's a really nice design. It kind of reminds me of a Russia Ranger, that kind of thing that's normally £2 plus, and the price of this is a lot cheaper. It's got really good high quality welds, modern frame design with an integrated battery. Not so sure I like this plasticky controller box, but you can't have it all. I think for the money, this could be a real winner for a lot of people. It's a lot of bike for the money, and we're gonna, without any further ado, just get straight out on it and see what it's like. Let's go. A real test of whether a bike has got any power whatsoever is to see if it works on sand. And it's going to get it absolutely caked in crap, but for the purposes of reviews, it's an absolute beast. Look at the size of it. Right, let's go. No issues whatsoever. That's a lot of fun. I don't know why they do it on these Chinese bikes. I think it's Chinese. The only thing that annoys me with 99% of these bikes is you've always got the front brake on the left. And if you're like a big kid like me and like skidding the back wheel out, do not squeeze the left brake, because you'll just lock up the front end and bin it, which I've done many times. Let's go. What's going on, guys? So this is from DUOTTS, this bike, the brand DUOTTS, and it's the F26 model, and it's, I believe, the first offering they've done in dual motor e-bike that I've seen anyway. And what I think is awesome about this bike, that you can really rub the Karen's noses in it, because it comes in the country fully locked to 15 mile an hour, yet it still accelerates like this. And then the motor cuts at 15, which is hilarious. So it's dual motor, 750 watt front and back, 1500 watt in dual motor mode. You can toggle between single rear or both motors at the push of a button on the handlebars. And I do love a dual motor e-bike. They have got way more torque, way more power for going up hills, and I generally really like to do reviews on dual motors. They're really peppy. Yeah, it's quite a talky little thing, and it ain't small either. This bike's like a flipping tank. It weighs 36 kilograms, but it's got more than enough power for that to not be an issue. Do you know what I mean? It's got enough power. It might be nearly 40 kilos, but this thing takes off. And as you can see at the moment, it's actually limiting itself to 15. So technically, if I disconnect the throttle, it's completely legal, and it'll just work. It's got normal pedal assist. I don't think it's torque sensing, but for the price, I don't think you can get better value for money. The battery as well, they've not skimped out on it. You've got Samsung cells, which I always recommend going for an e-bike with branded cells. I do think house fires and all that kind of thing only tend to happen with cheap, nasty batteries and chargers. So you've got 20 amp hours, so you're going to get pretty decent range. 20 amp hours is like decent amount of range where you're just going to get into stupid battery size and weight if you go any bigger than that. You've got cadence sensing pedal assist, which will only work off of how quick you're pushing, or how quick you're turning the pedal, should I say. And you've got a half twist throttle. And if I wanted to, I can just pull the plug out right now and disable the throttle. So if you want a fully legal e-bike that accelerates like a rocket, it's built like a tank, this is definitely the one for you. Run through some of the key features of the bike now. Starting from the back end, you've got a luggage rack as standard, which is quite handy. It does come with mud guards, but I think during the middle of the summertime, I think they're ugly. So I didn't fit it to this, but you get mud guards with it. Got a working rear light and brake light on the back. It's actually got a decent working set of beefy looking hydraulic disc brakes. To be honest, if I was keeping this, personally myself, I'd probably consider just doing a brake disc upgrade, which is quite easy to do and go up to like 200mm rotors or 220. But the brakes, having said that, they work perfectly fine, but it's just a big bike, so naturally I'd want to fit bigger discs on it just for a little bit of extra stopping power. But the brakes, to be fair, work absolutely fine. Obviously, as I mentioned before, you've got a fully integrated battery built into the frame. Samsung cells, 48 volts, 20 amp hours. That's really good for the money, to be honest. Talking about price, I think this is up for about 1,200. No, I think this is up for about 1,300 euros at the moment, or around about that price. So it's around about the 1,200-ish pounds mark, 1,250, something like that. In that price range, this is really good. I mean, it's pretty much the spec of a side rusher Ranger, but without the torque pedal assist. So you're saving yourself about £800. Because the last time I reviewed them, they was up near the £2,000 price point. So it's a hell of a lot of bike for the money. I think that they've done really well with this. And it's actually surprised me. The picture on their website before they sent it was a black colour with red graphics, which I thought looked a bit, personally myself, everyone's got their own taste, but I thought it looked a bit cheap and tacky. But in this silver colour, my son even said himself, who's a teenager, and he said it looks really cool. It's like a Mercedes-Benz silver. Makes it look a lot more expensive than it is. But yeah, I'm blown away by like the acceleration and stuff. We'll do some hill tests in a bit, but it's not the quickest e-bike in the world, but it's pretty lively for the size and weight of it. It's 37 kilos. Moving up front, on the cockpit or handlebar area, you've got a full colour display with Bluetooth built in, guess for an app and all of that stuff. Currently locked to 15 mile an hour. We're going to change that in a moment on the display and tell you how to unlock it. You've got on the handlebar here, you've got a little USB charging dock thing, horn on it, button for changing single or dual motor, headlight on and off switch, Shimano 7-speed gears. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all you need, really. It's got everything you need. And obviously a decent set of chunky front forks. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah, not bad, you?
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice bike.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and obviously being a 26x4 fat tyre is nice, squishy, comfortable tyres, and it hooks up on the sand all right. That first test ride I did on the beach was actually in single motor mode by accident. I forget which button was pressed. But yeah, anyway, without any further ado, maybe we should go do some hill tests. This currently locked to 15, so we'll unlock it, do some hill tests and see what the top speed is on it unlocked. Let's go. Right guys, I'm going to show you how to unlock the speed on this, because like I said, it comes in the country locked to 15 miles an hour. Right, so turn the bike on, screen's going to light up. Hold the plus and the minus together at the same time. P01, press the power button until you get to P08, and then it'll be set on 24, 25 when it's locked. That's kilometres an hour. So we want to change that to miles per hour. They're telling you to go to 67. It will go to more than that. I don't know, I'm just going to set it to 67. Try and press plus and minus at the same time, and now that should be fully unlocked. So now comes a bit where I say we're going to have to find out how quick this does. I mean, I'm going to take a guess 25, 30, maybe a bit over 30. They're only 750 watt motors, 48 volts, but with two of them, who knows? Only one way to find out. Let's go. Right, time to find out what this bike does top end. Let's go. 15, 20, 25. We're really pushing the pedals now. 32, 34. Come on, please. Shit, come to the end of the road. I think that's pretty much top speed. 35. So really not bad at all. Yeah, 35. It's pretty decent for the money. Bike shifts all right. Once you get moving, keeps up the traffic. It actually feels a lot safer than doing 15. A lot safer. Do I recommend this bike? Yeah, I do. I think it's really good in terms of value for money. Like, you're getting a lot of bike for the money. But it is a big bike. It ain't going to suit someone who's 5 foot or less tall. This will easily suit someone from 5'6" up to well over 6 foot 2, 3. That kind of range, I'd say. But I mean, it's got everything. You've got lights, horn, dual motors, decent quality battery cells. Like, this thing's built like a tank. As with all cheap e-bikes, it's got its quirks. They can only give you so much for the money, like the radiator and chain bang around everywhere, but that's a simple fix. I'll just wrap a bit of rubber inner tube around the chains today. And like, you can't get much more for the money, really, I don't think. I think the stuff they're putting out now is way better than the garbage you get in shops in England for the price point. Like, for like £1,200–1,300, you ain't going to get much more e-bike for your money. So I recommend it. I'll put the link in the video description, guys. If you are looking for something, this could well fit the bill. It is a big beastly bike. I think at 37 kilograms, it ain't small, but then it's got the power to you know, to manage quite well. It's got everything you need. Luggage rack, which I've not bolted on properly. Yeah. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.